Oh, I think we want to know a lot of information.
Hello, guys. This is Janet, the Geek Whisperer, and I have my lovely dating feedback coaches on tonight. We have 3 tonight. That's really exciting. Last time we've had 2. We have Roxy. Roxy, you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Roxy.
Okay. And next.
Hey, I'm Ruby, Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Juliet. I'm in Atlanta.
Atlanta. Yeah, we got them from all over. So we got 3 of us in Austin and 1 in Atlanta.
Thanks.
What's really exciting is I have a new service where you can actually go on virtual meet dates with these women and get feedback about how you're being perceived. So it's really exciting. I want you to get to know these girls because they're really awesome. We have a really great talk tonight, discussion. And if you have questions, put them in the comments, and we'll hopefully be gauging them and being able to see them so we can see what your questions are. We can answer them here on our live stream. But for now, we're going to go ahead and start with our topic, which is how to create an online dating profile that pops. There, pops. So who wants to start off first? I know we had some really great discussions with the women's group earlier. So who wants to start off? Okay, Roxy?
Okay, so I just want to say, like, the very first most important thing, I think definitely is photo. And when I say that, it's presenting yourself in a tasteful manner, like not being shirtless.
Oh, okay. Yes, definitely.
Like that. I don't know. That's just like is actually a turn off to me because it says a lot of things. So, I mean, I don't mind seeing you shirtless later, but I don't want to see it in your profile picture.
All right. Okay, that's good. Go ahead.
And I have to say that I don't mind a shirtless photo, but if they're all shirtless photos, then it kind of gives the appearance that man is leading with what he thinks is his only strength, which means he might think his greatest attribute is his body, when ideally there's a lot more that we're wanting to connect with, and we're hoping that there's a lot more substance and chemistry there. And so just to kind of circulate back, also with photos, not taking them in a messy bathroom.
That's so true.
Asking a dude just to take a couple photos of you or a coworker would go a lot farther than having all selfie shots. That looks a little messy. And also, like, you don't have someone in your life that can take a photo of you. And to connect and engage women that might be looking at your profile, not to hide your face, not to have sunglasses in your photos, cover your face, use a big hat, be in shadows, or something where we can't actually see you and connect with who you are on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's really good. I know there's so many guys, almost every picture they have sunglasses on. It's like, I don't even know really what you look like. Not really, because your eyes are so important, right?
Yes, very important.
And so it's like, take the sunglasses off, take the like all these guys have these caps on, maybe they're bald and they're nervous about it, but no, show us yourself, show us who you are. You want to fall in love with that guy. You don't want us to fall in love with the guy with the hat, and then he takes his hat off, you go, oh my God, we want to fall in love with you. I mean, I'm just saying, it's silly, but be authentically you. And I love that, we were talking about with the women's group, these cameras, these phones these days on the cameras on the phones, right? These days are so good. Like she said, like Ruby said, there's got to be a friend, or even a girlfriend that's a friend that could take a picture of you. Just go out during around, well, I guess now these days it's getting darker, around 4:00 or so in the evening, when the sun's not on top of you, so you don't have shadows all over your face. The sun's coming in from over here, so you can, it's all nice and see the night, all you, perfect lighting. Go outside and get some cool pictures of you. also get some body pictures. You know, I actually
Mm-hmm.
dated with a guy recently, and he I never knew what his body looked like. So it was shocking when I actually met him in person. Not that I'm like that, you know, like, but it matters. It matters. We want to see what you really look like, so we're not shocked later. Just like I know a lot of men in the past that I've met have told me about, they keep meeting women that don't look like themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they're really like upset, you know, that I went and did all this thing, and what am I supposed to do? Tell the lady off? Hey, you know, you didn't present yourself in the right manner. So same with you. We want to see the real you. So don't be afraid. Anybody else?
Yeah, I think also with photos, so as far as shirtless photos, no bathroom ones. Do not do them in the bathroom. If
Yeah.
you want to have a shirtless photo, if you're ripped and you want to show that off, I don't mind seeing that, okay? And Roxy, Ruby and I don't. But it needs to be in context. I want a shirtless picture of you at the beach, or a shirtless picture of you in the gym when you're lifting weights or something, not a shirtless picture of you in your bathroom. Like, no.
And not in your bed.
No, and not in your bed either. Like, no pictures of you in your bed should ever exist on a dating profile.
Unless you're just there for a hookup. But
Yeah,
you're sending a message with that. So just be clear on what you're wanting and post accordingly.
And we also, if you have, well, we talked about this in another group, painting pictures with, you know, telling stories with your pictures, right? So put pictures of you doing interesting things. And if they happen to not be recent, okay, this is 2020. Not many of us have gone and done fun, adventurous things traveling the world this year. So I doubt anybody has. But what you can do is older pictures, put the date, put the year. So let's say you get pictures from 2 years ago. That's fine. Put that it was 2018, you know, and then put some recent pictures of what you look like now. You know, so people know what you look like now. And they know that over the past 5 years, you've traveled around the world and done all these fun adventures, and that hopefully that'll be in the future again, you know? So express yourself, express your personality. If you play a musical instrument, have at least one picture of you playing a musical instrument. I'm a musician. I look for that. I'm looking, you know, if I see a guitar and the guy's first picture and he doesn't look that cute, but maybe I'm going to look at the other pictures to see, can I work with this? Because he's a musician and that's a big deal to me. So express who you are in your pictures. Put your hobbies. You do.
Yeah, that's good. Put your hobbies. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like we were saying in the women's group, tell a story. Tell us a story about yourself inside of your pictures. I thought that was a really cool thing to add, is telling stories with your picture. You know, you might tell a story in your profile, which is great. We'll talk about that in a minute. But your picture is what you're going to lead with. You know, we know men like look at pictures, but women do too. So this is what we do. We look at pictures. If we like what we see, we go down and we actually read your profile, and then we decide if we're going to swipe left or right, or we want to, you know, interact with you, right? So that's something to know about us. Men, we heard that you just like look at pictures, swipe left or right, but we actually look at your picture first, go down and see what you said. And if you don't have much in there, you don't have much of what you say, we just go ahead and If you don't have it's kind of like, if you're not willing to take the time to put something in your online profile about you, then you might not have time to hang out with, you know, like do things special for me, you know, like just think about stuff, you know, as well. What do y'all think about that?
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah, definitely. We were just talking with your women's group, Janet, and the advice we're giving men is a little different than women. For women, you have to shorten your profile. For men, make your profile longer. Women really more about you. Men want more mystery. Women don't want mystery so much. Women want to know what's going on with you. We want to know who you are, but keep it positive. You don't like drama? Then say, I like excitement with fun things. You know, don't say I don't like drama. Voice everything in the positive.
Yeah,
and
positive spin, right?
Well, don't lead with I love going to the mountains and love going to the beach. Do you know how many profiles say that? Almost every man's profile says that. It's ridiculous. So just leave that out. We all love going to the beach and the mountains, like everybody does. So there's no need to mention that. It's just, I don't want to see that again in any other profile ever. It's ridiculous.
I don't know about that, Julia. I dated a guy who really kind of didn't like the sun and didn't.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then we were dating. I was like, I'm kind of like, how are we gonna be a thing? Because I love the sun. I love the beach. I love the sun. Like,
But tell a story about it. Like, instead of just saying I love the beach, I think that's what she's trying to say.
Yeah.
Don't just say, oh, I love the beach and walking in the nature. You know,
So
like,
generic. Yeah, use more
Yeah.
specifics. How it applies to you or what it means to you.
Women love story. Women love story.
yes.
My favorite 2 vacations were when I went to the beach in Cozumel and drank in the sunset, and I will never forget the music, the song playing at that moment. Paint pictures for us. We love stories. You know, my second favorite vacation was when I took a cruise to the Bahamas. You know, we like words. I know you guys are very visual, but looks do matter to us. But we also want your story. We want a lot more words than you do.
We want to connect with you.
Don't write what you want to see. You got to write what we want to see, which is more words.
Yeah, so we might first connect through visually, but we would connect with you with what you say. We're going to decide on whether or not we want to keep going and interacting with you if you actually have something that we can connect to when we read about you.
Yeah.
It's not just about looks for us. It's a little bit more.
mm-hmm.
So you want to make sure you add in your dating profile. You want, like she said, you want to add in more. More is always better than less for women, right? More stuff in your profile is going to be better. Just you won't overdo it really if you add more. Whereas with women, it sounds like with men, they want less, right? So another thing I do is called something called your mojo vibe. It's something that makes you memorable, unique. It's 3 phrases and words that make you memorable, unique. If you work with me, then we'll be creating that for you. And you kind of align your life around it. And one of the things we do is we create mojo vibe stories. So these stories are making, things about you that you thought, I never thought of like I had stories about myself in my life. People just kind of go around life and just go around, you might think of a story, you might pop in maybe, but it's actually getting you to get all those cool stories out of your head and down on paper so that you can just put them out there in conversations or on your online dating profile. So we can take your stories, some cool stories about you that make you memorable, unique, and we can put them into your online dating profile. So that's what you want to look at. Like one of my clients, he climbed Kilimanjaro. He did not have it in his online dating profile. It was pretty wild. Yes. And I'm like, oh my God. And we added that in there and we had a little story about it. And did you know how many women started like talking to him and stuff? Just that one little shift of creating some stories. Think about your life and think, what cool thing have I done? What did I do? I was in a band, like you were saying. I went on a vacation. Think about how you can create it to make it magical and more interesting and put it in a story. Frame. Any points? Because I know, Juliet, you're a copywriter, and also, Ruby, I know you do that as well. Any pointers on that, writing online dating profiles in that way?
I just second what Juliet said. Just adding a little more intentional content, even if it's not in volume, but that it's true to who you are, because that's going to show us that you're invested in the process, which ultimately is going to go farther for us if we're weighing whether we can build safety and trust with you to have anything follow. Beyond that, on content, I also love humor. I love it when
a
masculine man doesn't take himself so seriously. That is such a magnetic draw for me. And I really just appreciate that engaging energy when I'm reading. That could be anything on the internet, not even just a dating profile. It's just great advice.
So we have quite a number of guys listening in right now, or we did.
I see their comments over here.
I can't see. I see them on my phone. I can't see them on my screen. But one guy says, I like to make music. I make music too. Love the sun, Dave.
Yeah.
Positive personality attitude is quite important. Mark wants to know how many people are here. Well, there's 4 of us women on here, but I asked if they had any questions before we go, because I know it's getting close to time here.
I think anyone, obviously watching live, but anyone who's going to rewatch the recording should consider posting questions they may have about their profile. Especially Janet, getting your energy and your feedback. Because if there's all of us here and we have all this expertise, then they might as well utilize some of that and get some of your good mojo on their profiles, especially if they're not seeing the results they want.
Yes, yes, definitely. That's a great suggestion. Thank you, Ruby. Yeah, so if you're listening to this later, post the questions, any questions you have. This is what we're here for. Is we do this every Friday night. Normally do this at 9 o'clock Central. I'm doing it early tonight because I have a client at 9. But we will have this, and we'll go usually a little bit longer than there's usually between 20 to 30 minutes. We started a little late because we kind of went right back to back. But usually we'll start right about 9 o'clock next week. So we'll do this every Friday. We'll have different dating feedback coaches join us. We had, I think, 2 last time and a different 2 the time before. So always like to mix it up, and we might see some favorites and regulars on here as well. And as you see Roxy, Ruby, and Juliet. You can actually, one of my services is to actually get to go on meet dates with these women and get feedback about how you're being perceived. So a safe environment. So they're going to give you great advice. Going to tell you what's working, what you did great. Keep doing that, and why it's so great what you did. And then also maybe this might want to try this next time or this next time. That maybe didn't work quite so when you did this or when you did that. The things that you can help you improve. Because again, it's all about preparing to get ready. Wouldn't it be great so that you get to practice with these women before you get out there with real women? And you kind of wonder why it's maybe not working with real women. We get to practice here with our feedback coaches. So
somebody did ask a question, Janet. They said, "What is the best way to meet?"
To meet what? Let's see. I can't see it. Best way to meet.
I'm not sure exactly what they mean. Like the best way to meet, like the first meeting, like in person.
So the questions are kind of in the context of the online dating profile. So what did you mean by that? Because I'm not sure what that means. The best way to meet. There's lots of stuff on that. We could do one about meeting women another time.
And Janet, how does someone find out about your program?
Oh, yeah. So if y'all are wanting to actually, like I said, the program where you get to go on the dates with women, just leave a comment or private message me either way, and I will basically get with you. I'll put in the also in the comments if you want to actually book a call with me. That's the best way to book a call with me. It's actually bit.ly/geek date call. If you do that, then you can contact me. I'll put it in the comments. We can schedule a call with me, and then we'll talk about the program and get you registered and get you moving forward with one of these lovely dates. You're going to go on 3 dates with 3 different women, so you get feedback about how you're doing. So,
Janet, and is there a cost to that call, or is that a complimentary just kind of chat with you?
Yeah, it's a free call. We'll also be going through what it is that you're looking for, like what the situation that you're in, what's your circumstances, what's going on with you in your dating life, and then what you're looking for. And then I can really kind of look at even have this kind of, one of my superpowers is seeing things about people that people have never seen before. I've even heard from other people that have come to me about other coaches that they don't look at what's their block and their pattern, that they don't even see, they don't even distinguish it. So maybe that's what keeps holding you back. We can distinguish it. Feedback coaches can help you see that too, and we can do something about it. So that makes me kind of unique from a lot of other dating coaches. So that's what we do on the call, and then I'll lay out the program for you. And if that's something you want to do, then we'll move forward. So let's wrap up the call. Let's talk again. What are the things that we want to highlight for men to make their profile pop? We want a great picture. Okay, a great picture means no bathroom pictures. Probably the first picture, not a body picture. You can have some body pictures maybe below, but maybe not the first one. What else do you want to say about pictures? Maybe pop of color. Oh yeah, no sunglasses.
Doing interesting things.
Doing interesting things. Okay.
Yeah, color is important. I mean, making sure that it's kind of vibrant, like it's not drab. I mean, you could maybe do a black and white, could maybe show character. Like I wouldn't make it your main one, but it could be one. But yeah, I think color of your photo is important.
Yeah, I would say well lit, recent. Have a friend take some photos of you doing whatever it is you do, because that's what we want to see, whoever you really are. And showing your eyes is always a great way to be magnetic. Women always want more of that.
Yes, definitely. Show us your eyes, and maybe even show a story inside of your picture somehow. And if maybe not the first one, but at least maybe some of the other pictures. And then as far as your online, actually what you say, more is better, because we like to know more about you. We want to be able to connect with you, tell stories, tell us more about you, like what turned you, not like turned you on, what do I mean, like sexually, but like what are you passionate about? What do you like to do? Things like that. Make sure that, and then tell us some stories inside of your profiles.
Personality, show your sense of humor if you have one.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm here for. So again, if you want to go, go ahead, Juliet.
There's a quick question: is the guy's height important to a girl? That depends. Like, it depends on the woman. There's not one answer, I think, for that. You know, for some women it is a big deal. For some women it's not a big deal. That depends. Like, it depends on the woman. There's not one answer.
Yeah, I'm hearing some. I think someone
I'm trying to look at the comments without actually
has
go.
Facebook and Yard Streams.
Yeah. Okay. So one of the questions, I wanted to get some of the questions answered just real quick. What's more important, eyes or smiles? Up, y'all were talking about. Sorry, I was trying to look.
I don't want to choose.
Yeah, I would say if we're going to go together, you can't help but see your whole face, you know? So I would say smile, and we'll see, it'll brighten your eyes. It pops your eyes when you smile more, like you have a little, like a twinkle in your eye when you smile, you know? A little twinkle. See, like, look at me. I have a twinkle in my eye when I smile. When I don't smile, not so much. See? Oh, so pretty. You know what I mean? So just pop a smile. Even if if you're not so, you're self-conscious with your teeth, just So, what were some of the other questions? Can some of y'all see the questions? I can't see them very well.
The guy's height important for a girl. I think with Juliet, were you answering that one? I mean, I think it just depends. Like every woman is different on that one.
Yep.
I have to say that I am attracted to tall men, but it's because the tall presence has a really strong masculine pull. But in the last year to 2 years, I've met a partner who was almost my height, and he was just very masculine, and that presence was just as strong as anyone with height that I've met. So I would have to say overall, it's not a factor in like the depth of a connection or chemistry with someone for me.
Yeah, I think it all depends. One of my best boyfriends was 2 inches shorter than me, and he was awesome because he was, like you said, he had very masculine. He just was kind and sweet, and he was just a wonderful man. So I don't think it matters. It just depends on the woman, though. You're right.
We'll have to do another call on what women want.
Yeah, definitely. We kind of did that a little bit last week. We did the voting. We did the voting yes or no. What do we like? But we could definitely do that one. So, and also let us know in the comments as well. What do you want to know about? What kind of topic do you want us to talk about next time? Because we do these every Friday. So let us know what you want us to talk about, so we can help you, and then you can ask questions there. I have to go because I saw it's way after 9 now. But thank you all for joining us. All you guys that joined us, Dave, I think Mark, and all sorts of men that joined us. Thank you so much for joining us. And we look forward to seeing you next week. And again, remember your questions and I'll be able to help you. Okay, anything else before we go?
Nope. Have them post in the comments and tell us what was meaningful, or
Yeah.
if they appreciated anything that we shared, or something that you can share, as well as tag you if they want to have that free call.
Okay. Thank you, Ruby. I love you. I love all of you. Thank you so much for being here. I look forward to hopefully having some more of y'all, these particular dating coaches back next time. And we'll see hopefully all of y'all next week as well. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.